Alright, let's hop in a time machine for a second. Picture this. It's the 1800s in America. No internet. No cars. No skyscrapers. Forget about ordering pizza on an app. Back then, you'd be lucky to even find a neighbor within a few miles. Life was rough, but it was also full of promise. The 1800s were the century when the American dream was born, and people from all around the world were willing to risk everything just to be a part of it. Back in the 1800s, America was still young, and it was huge, and I mean really huge. Imagine endless forests, rivers no one had mapped yet, and wide open plains that seemed to stretch forever. This was the age of pioneers. Families packed everything they owned into wooden wagons, hitched them to horses or oxen, and headed west. Why? Because land meant freedom. Land meant survival. And for many, land meant the chance to finally build a better life. The government encouraged it too, offering land to settlers in new territories. But don't get me wrong, it wasn't easy. The journeys were long, dangerous, and often deadly. There were no highways, no GPS, no roadside motels. Just dirt trails, unpredictable weather, and the constant fear of running out of food or getting sick along the way. Now, let's talk about one of the wildest chapters of the 1800s, the California Gold Rush. In 1848, someone found gold in California, and suddenly the whole world lost its mind. Word spread fast, and within a year, thousands of people from across the globe rushed to the West, hoping to strike it rich. They were called the 49ers, and they came from everywhere, not just America, but China, South America, Europe. For many, this was the American dream in action. One lucky find could make you a millionaire overnight. Of course, the reality wasn't so glamorous. Most people didn't find gold. Many lost everything. But the dream was enough to keep them going. And that dream, the idea that tomorrow could be better than today, is what made America so magnetic during this time. Let's not romanticize this too much, though. Life in 1800s America was hard. If you wanted food, you grew it yourself. If you wanted a house, you built it with your own hands. Winters were brutal, diseases spread quickly, and medical care was basically non-existent compared to today. But here's what's fascinating. Despite all the challenges, communities grew stronger. Neighbors helped each other build barns, protect farms, and share resources. Churches, schools, and town halls popped up across the country, giving people a sense of belonging. And that's what made the 1800s so special. It wasn't just about individuals chasing dreams, it was about communities creating entirely new lives together. Alright, now let's jump back into our time machine and fast forward to today, the 2020s. Forget wagons, dirt roads, and gold pans. Welcome to a world of smartphones, self-driving cars, and billion-dollar startups. The American dream didn't disappear, it just transformed. Let's be real, the biggest difference between the 1800s and the 2020s is technology. In the 1800s, families relied on wagons pulled by horses. Today, we've got Teslas driving themselves on highways. Back then, it took weeks to send a letter across the country. Now, you can text someone across the globe in a second, or hop on a Zoom call with 50 people without even leaving your couch. America is no longer just the land of pioneers, it's the land of innovators. Silicon Valley, sitting in California, is basically the modern-day gold rush. Except instead of digging for nuggets and rivers, people are digging for ideas, coding apps, designing software, launching startups. And just like the gold rush, some people strike it rich overnight, while others struggle to survive. Another huge difference. In the 1800s, most immigrants were coming from Europe. Today, people come from literally everywhere: Asia, Africa, South America, the Middle East. America in the 2020s is one of the most diverse countries on the planet. Walk through New York, Los Angeles, or Chicago, and you'll hear dozens of languages in a single day. You'll eat food from every culture imaginable. This mix of cultures doesn't just make life in America more colorful, it also fuels innovation. Different ideas, different traditions, all blending into one place, that's the modern American advantage. Now, here's the thing. Just like the 1800s, life in the 2020s isn't easy either. The American dream is still powerful, but it's also complicated. Yes, you can start a business from your laptop, but you're competing with millions of others trying to do the same. Yes, you can chase your dreams, but rising costs of living, student debt, and economic inequality make it harder for some people to get started. But here's what's fascinating. Even with all the changes, the spirit of the 1800s is still here. Back then, it was farmers and gold miners. Today, it's coders, creators, and entrepreneurs. Back then, people wanted land. Today, people want freedom. Freedom to design their own lives, to express themselves, and to chase their own version of happiness. So yes, the tools have changed, the landscape has changed, but the heart of the American dream, that hasn't gone anywhere. It's just evolved.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe.